Happy Olympics, everybody. We're very excited about it. Your entire Wake Up Charlotte team here talk about the opening ceremony. This could be sort of like a two-screen experience. You have us, and then you have the opening ceremony as well.
Going on right now.
If you're watching, Team USA, our delegation just walked out during the opening ceremony, sporting their spiffy gear. Evidently, the second biggest delegation we've ever had at a Winter Games so far. So we're representing it, and we're already doing well so far.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that some of the competition has already started even before the opening ceremonies, right?
You know what's interesting about the opening ceremony? When they walked in, it's normally alphabetical. Greece comes up first because they started the Olympics, but they did it according to the Chinese characters, and that's what they used rather than use alphabetical. Our Latin alphabet, they use Chinese characters. That's why it's kind of out of sync, out of order than what we normally see.
No, I think it's so crazy that we've had so many sports to, like you said, Sarah, before. I know this morning we talked about Nathan Chen. He went crazy during figure skating. So hopefully the men's figure skating, all the competitors can take it all the way. We've seen some curling going on for US. So a lot to look forward to. And this is just the beginning, literally.
And speaking of curling, make sure to check it out, WCNC.com. Ruby's curling story was amazing. I think that she's a natural in the making, as we already said. 2026 Ruby Durham Curling Team USA.
Hey, let's speak it into existence. So if you want to learn how to curl, folks, you can do that right here in Charlotte off of Statesville Road, Old Statesville Road. It's called the Charlotte Curling Association, and it's a group of volunteers. It's a nonprofit run by volunteers, and they just love the sport of curling, and they love to teach people how to curl. And so all month long, they are seeing an increase already because of the Olympics, but there's still room. And Joe Polo, who is a former Olympian, he is going to be in town at the end of February teaching people how to curl and just make an appearance because of the Olympics and just everything that ties around it. But I had so much fun, and I'd do it again. Literally learned so much.
Well, hey, let us know in the comments what your favorite Olympic sport is. Let's do a round robin. Mine's figure skating.
I'll go. We'll go this way or this way. Okay. Bobsledding, as I love to mention. However, snowboarding, just the 1080s and the flips they do is always incredible to watch. Skiing as well, it's the same aspect.
So
I really like speed skating. I think it's amazing. Dan Jansen, who's been around the area for many years, had a chance to meet him and spend time with him. Then the high jump. Those skiers, those high jumps they do. I mean, they're like 100 feet in the air. I mean, I tell you what, in reality, everything in the Olympics is exciting.
Impressive.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I think some of the various skiing events I really enjoy, whether it's the slalom or whether it's the ski jump. I'm with you to see them go off the end of that ramp, and then stick the landing every time. But to your point, just the sheer athleticism and this personal stories behind a lot of these athletes and how they get there. I just saw they brought in the delegation from Haiti, and evidently they're competing in alpine skiing. Well, how in the world does that happen?
That is amazing.
Right?
I love these stories specifically that tend to be, I feel like, centered more about the Winter Games. That people, despite the challenges of their geography, really end up getting an expertise in some of these games. Rubes?
I'm with Sarah first and foremost because I do like figure skating. I like all the outfits, number one, and it's very graceful. Like the balance has to be on point, but I like how graceful it is as well, and just seeing the many jumps and tricks. But curling, just because I just learned how to do it, now I'm going to be watching and be like, oh, I did that, or I learned that. So I'm here for all around, all the sports, honestly.
Hey, can I say one thing about curling? I haven't done it a couple years back. You don't have to ice skate. It's not about skates. It's on ice, but you're okay to do that. And the other amazing thing is curling in Charlotte, North Carolina. You would never figure this would be kind of a spot where they have their own facility to do that. And it's really fun. It's kind of complicated, but when you do it, you love it.
All right, Talia is asking, has the opening ceremony started? Yes, it's live right now. It started at 6:30, but it's going to air again tonight in primetime. NBC has said you can watch it on TV. You can download the Peacock app and watch it that way. If you're local here, you can watch WCNC Charlotte. We're broadcasting it right now, but again, it will air again this evening in primetime.
And Talia's actually from Australia, by the way. So talk about globalization as we are.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, I know. So you just never know, and that's what this is all about. The Olympics brings people together. Great competition, and as we already mentioned, it's already been happening. U.S. looking pretty good, so very exciting start of the morning. So gladly we gave up 30 minutes of our.
Hello, Malaysia. We have Malaysia.
Malaysia, yeah, I know.
Malaysia now. Wow. Hello. Sub-Zero. This is great.
Represent. We should say that there are super strict guidelines about what we can show you. The reason we're just talking and we can't show you anything is because they're pretty strict restrictions about what we show. Like, for example, I'm watching it just off camera, but like I couldn't turn my camera at all because right there I'm watching the Olympics opening ceremonies and it can't be broadcast anywhere else, but it's happening. So that's why we were saying maybe you can have a 2-screen experience of watching it at the same time you're watching us, but we can't show it to you.
You just have to watch it yourself. But
right.
Comment below, what are you looking forward to the most for the Winter Olympics? What's your favorite sport? And also, hey, we love hearing where you're from. So tell us in the chats where you're joining us from. But we hope you watch the opening ceremonies and let us know what you think.
Yeah. All right. Have a great day, everybody.
Thank you.
Olympics.
Bye.